because I am not actually telling you about what I do in video games and actually telling you what I do on the outside of video games. So I was born in a small place called Chapel Hall, and it's quite near, if you know familiar where Scotland is, it's in Airdrie. So at the time I was named after my uncle called Frankie, but he sadly got assassinated, and that was quite heartbroken for my mum, obviously, because he didn't really get to meet me. So I'll tell you more about that, guys, later, but I had quite a good life, and I also had a lot of good friends. But when I got to about, I think it was 2 or 3, I started taking fits, and the doctors thought I might have had a thing called epilepsy or something, because every time I would see things that were flashing, I would go into fits, and it was quite hard for me. And then so when I was in the hospital, I got put into hospital for about 3 months, and the doctor said there was nothing wrong with me. They thought I said I might have had maybe like a bit of brain damage, but no, I was fine. So whatever, a couple of years after that, I had a granddad, and he was like one of my bestest friends, and he would stick by me thick and thin, and he passed away a couple of years ago. So that was quite hard for me and my dad, obviously, because we used to go and visit him every weekend, and we would always go around for a Sunday roast, and it was quite hard saying goodbye to one of the bestest friends. So whatever, guys, right up to now, I've had a better life than I did before. Like at school, sometimes I would get bullied, and I would come home and pretend to my mum that I would feel sick because I didn't want to go into school anymore. I didn't want to cope with life. I had quite a hard life to fit in at school, and I would always stick out from the crowd. And I had this friend when I was 2 years old, and he was called Tyler, and he was one of my bestest. He is still my bestest friend, but without him right now, I would be nothing. So I just want to say a big thank you to Tyler for just being my friend and sticking through me thick and thin. So whatever, guys. I have a lot of family problems because my mum and dad broke up before I was born, so that was hard for me as well, because my dad lived in England and my mum lived in Scotland, so we arranged to go and see each other every holiday, so every Easter holiday, every October weekend, every summer holiday. And I got passed about since I was 1 year old to England to Scotland. So sometimes when I went to England, I would get so much used to it, I would cry because I had to go back to Scotland. And then when I had to leave Scotland, I would cry because I had to go to England, and it was quite hard for me because I couldn't see my parents at the same time. It was hard for me. And then 2 years ago, I got a PlayStation 4 for my Christmas, when it was brand new, and that made my Christmas. So the soonest thing I did was get this game called Star Wars Battlefront, Black Ops 3, and all other games. And then so I also met a friend in this game, what my dad surprised me with, Little Big Planet, because I had the second one, the first one on my PS3. So that was a really, really, really big surprise. And I met a friend called Super Daz, and he was one of my bestest friends, and it's quite sad now because he never comes online. So next time when he's online, guys, I'll try and get him to see you guys. So whatever, I was playing this game called Angry Whale Encounter, and I was just hanging about in game chat, and he was one of the kindest persons I ever met. So we started talking, and then it must have been a week since we were friends. I met this guy called Aaron Harbour, and he's one of my bestest friends. And then I started playing with him, and you might remember me as Weasel, like I'm called on PS4, but I didn't have that account because I had an account called Frankie Boy Hardy, but I don't have that account anymore. So whatever. I met Aaron Harbour, and he's still my friend today, and me and him have evolved near each other. We're practically like brothers. And then, so we were bestest friends, and then one day I met another person called Hick, and Hick is the most funniest, most intelligent, most absolute, very, 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 very intelligent, funny. Name anything I can say about him, that's what he is, honestly. He's been there for so many people, and I can't thank him enough for just sticking by me no matter what. And that's what I respect the most of you, Hick. So a big shout out to Hick as well, because I wouldn't be the person who I was today without him. So now it just leaves us to right now. I mean, like, guys, this is my life up to now. This is not what's gonna happen in the past. I'm only telling you some details of the past. I'm just leaving this for a different video. I'm gonna say my life before, so I'll be releasing that video maybe tomorrow, so stay tuned for that, guys. Well, whatever. I went to court because I wasn't happy in Scotland, because there was a reason, but I didn't really want to know. So we went to court for about 5 months, and the courts decided that I should go and stay with my dad, because it was my decision what I wanted to do. So I was staying at my dad's for 3 weeks, and I got enrolled in a school, and I had a great time. I met loads of friends and even a girlfriend, and I had a perfect life until one morning I woke up, and everything was just being normal day to day. I was late for school, so my dad said, I'll just keep you off today. And then he had an argument with my little sister's mum, and that ended up causing him to take an overdose, and he took 30 diazepam. And I was in the house with him, and that was quite scary for me to realise that and then he kicked me out of the house and told me to go to my Nana's house. So I had to go to my Nana's house while my dad's dying in a room. So we had to phone the fire brigade, and they couldn't do anything about it, so they had to go and get the police. And it realised that he was selling things that he shouldn't be selling, and he lost his son, and he got rushed into hospital. And then I had to get moved all the way back down to Scotland because of his silly actions. So whatever, I'm just going to get off to about, not all about my life, but I know the video's called About My Life up to now, but I'm going to tell you a bit of my PS4 life. PS4 has been quite good to me. I mean, I've got friends in here that are practically a family to me. I don't know how people just say, oh my god, he's just saying he's family because he's very, very good friendly. Oh yes, this and that. My friends are not just friends, but family as well. And no matter what, I'll stick by them for thick and thin. And that's why I accept them for who they are. I accept them for what they like and what they wear. I'm no one to judge anyone, guys, and people might think that I'm the idiot to say, oh, I'm the sweary kid. I'm not the sweary kid. I'm not the kid who comes at doors with guns. Don't worry, I'm not that kind of person. But whatever, I'm getting off track here, guys. But I was going to do a draw my life, and then I realised how awful I am at drawing, so I just thought, screw it. But if you really want me to do a draw my life, I'll do it. But this is only up to my 12-year-old life, so it's nothing really interesting, but it's just for them people be like, who actually like are interested in me, and like see like, well, not interested in me, but like they want to hear about me, and I respect that. So people like don't need to like respect people because they're different, and that's fine. But when it comes to my friends, they've always stuck by me, and when each and one of them are hurt, and even Hick is one of the brightest people I know, but even when he's like in his darkest days, it's quite destroying for all of us to play with him, because it's quite hard for us to see such a bright person be such in a dark mood. So like, that's what they've done for me, and I've done it back to them. And my friends of what have made me me, and they've actually made me a better person, despite the fact that like half of them I don't know in real life, but despite the fact that I've known them that long, it feels like I don't even need to know them in real life, because they're that much attached to me in my heart. I can't really get rid of them. And they're like one of them people who like, we've got like Gabby the posh person, we've got Hick the absolute daredevil, we've got Hayden the absolute beast, then we've got Tyler who is never online anymore because he's too busy bashing Call of Duty 2, but we have Aaron Harbour the custom gamer, we also have Rory the saucy meme master. See, like, friends all nickname each other, and I don't know what my nickname is, but better be something good, I swear to God. So guys, this is not really interesting about this video, but the next video is going to be interesting because I'm going to be doing it with my friends, and I'm going to be doing it with Tyler because he has a big role in it, because this is only like how I was born, and then how like some of the middle of my life and some of the end of my life. So guys, this may be a short video, but I'm going to make a better one tomorrow, so stay tuned for that tomorrow. And with all that being said, have a great day, or should I say great night, and peace out guys.